Mazda has never been the loudest automaker in the industry. While rivals chase headlines with billion-dollar electric vehicle announcements and futuristic concept cars, Mazda has built a reputation for doing things differently. That strategy has earned the company a loyal following, but it has also led critics to wonder whether Mazda was falling behind in the race toward electrification. Now, that narrative is changing. Mazda's latest announcement is sending shockwaves through the automotive industry because it signals that the company has no intention of being left behind. Instead of following the crowd, Mazda is doubling down on a strategy that blends innovation, efficiency, and financial discipline in a way few competitors have managed. What makes this announcement so significant is that Mazda isn't simply introducing another electric vehicle. The company is unveiling a long-term roadmap that includes a new generation of hybrid technology, advanced gasoline engines, software-defined vehicles, strategic partnerships, and an all-new EV platform. Rather than betting everything on a single technology, Mazda is investing in flexibility, ensuring it can adapt to changing consumer demand across different markets. In an era where some automakers are slowing EV investments due to weaker than expected demand, Mazda's balanced approach suddenly looks remarkably smart. One of the biggest highlights is Mazda's next-generation Skyactiv Z engine. For years, Skyactiv technology has been one of Mazda's defining engineering achievements, delivering impressive fuel economy without sacrificing driving enjoyment. The new Skyactiv Z engine represents the company's biggest leap yet. Engineers have redesigned the combustion process to improve efficiency while dramatically reducing emissions. Mazda believes the engine will meet some of the world's strictest environmental regulations without compromising performance, something many experts considered increasingly difficult for internal combustion engines. This isn't just another update to an existing engine family. Skyactiv-G introduces a cleaner combustion process that minimizes energy loss while extracting more usable power from every drop of fuel. Combined with improved hybrid systems, Mazda expects these engines to remain competitive well into the next decade. That means customers who aren't ready to switch entirely to electric vehicles may still have highly efficient alternatives available. Another major component of Mazda's announcement is its expanded hybrid strategy. Instead of relying exclusively on outside suppliers forever, Mazda is developing more in-house hybrid technologies while continuing to collaborate with industry leaders when it makes financial sense. This gives the company greater control over costs and product development while maintaining flexibility. Hybrids have experienced a remarkable resurgence worldwide. Consumers who once rushed toward fully electric vehicles are increasingly choosing hybrids because they eliminate range anxiety while delivering substantial fuel savings. Mazda recognizes this trend and plans to capitalize on it. Future versions of popular models like the CX-5 and other crossovers are expected to feature significantly improved hybrid powertrains designed for better performance, smoother operation, and lower emissions. Mazda's SUV lineup plays a crucial role in this strategy. Crossovers remain the fastest-growing segment in many global markets, and Mazda intends to strengthen its position with updated versions of its best-selling vehicles. These SUVs won't simply receive cosmetic refreshes. Underneath, they'll feature new powertrains, upgraded software, enhanced driver assistance systems, and more efficient manufacturing techniques that reduce production costs. The company's manufacturing strategy may actually be the most overlooked part of the announcement. Unlike several competitors spending enormous sums building entirely new factories dedicated exclusively to EV production, Mazda is optimizing existing manufacturing facilities to produce gasoline, hybrid, and electric vehicles on the same assembly lines. This flexible production system allows Mazda to respond quickly if consumer preferences shift. That flexibility could become a major competitive advantage. The global EV market has entered a more unpredictable phase. Sales continue growing overall, but the explosive growth rates seen just a few years ago have slowed in several regions. Some manufacturers have delayed factory expansions or postponed EV launches because demand hasn't matched earlier forecasts. Mazda's strategy minimizes that risk by avoiding overcommitment to any single technology. The financial implications are enormous. Developing new vehicle platforms typically requires investments worth billions of dollars. Mazda has instead focused on maximizing engineering efficiency through partnerships and modular development. By sharing certain technologies with other manufacturers while concentrating internal resources on areas where it excels, the company can remain competitive despite being much smaller than automotive giants like Toyota, Volkswagen, or General Motors. Software is another area receiving significant attention. Modern vehicles increasingly rely on sophisticated operating systems controlling everything from battery management to driver assistance features. Mazda plans to introduce more advanced software architecture capable of supporting over-the-air updates, improved connectivity, personalized driving experiences, and future autonomous driving technologies. Consumers may not immediately notice software improvements when shopping for a new vehicle, but these systems are becoming just as important as horsepower or fuel economy. Regular software updates can improve efficiency, introduce new features, enhance safety systems, and even increase vehicle performance without requiring physical modifications. Mazda's investment ensures its future vehicles remain competitive in an industry increasingly defined by digital capabilities. Perhaps the most exciting aspect of the announcement involves Mazda's dedicated next-generation electric vehicle platform. Rather than adapting gasoline platforms for electric powertrains, Mazda is developing architecture designed specifically for EVs. Dedicated EV platforms generally provide better battery packaging, improved interior space, enhanced driving dynamics, and greater efficiency compared to converted combustion platforms. Mazda's future EVs are expected to benefit from these advantages while maintaining the brand's signature focus on driving enjoyment. Unlike some electric vehicles that prioritize straight-line acceleration above everything else, Mazda continues emphasizing balanced handling, steering precision, and driver engagement. Battery technology also forms an essential part of Mazda's roadmap. Through strategic partnerships, the company aims to secure reliable battery supplies while reducing dependence on volatile supply chains. Battery production has become one of the automotive industry's biggest challenges, with manufacturers competing for access to lithium, nickel, cobalt, and advanced manufacturing capacity. Mazda's collaborative approach helps reduce these risks while controlling costs. Cost control remains central to everything Mazda is doing. Unlike companies willing to absorb billions in losses chasing market share, Mazda emphasizes sustainable profitability. Every investment is carefully evaluated to ensure long-term financial health. This conservative philosophy may lack flashy headlines, but it has allowed Mazda to remain remarkably resilient during periods of economic uncertainty. Industry analysts increasingly view this balanced strategy as one of Mazda's greatest strengths. Rather than reacting emotionally to every market trend, the company studies consumer behavior carefully before making major investments. That patience appears to be paying off as the automotive industry enters a more complex transition than many expected. The announcement also reinforces Mazda's commitment to premium quality. Over the past decade, the company has steadily positioned itself closer to luxury brands without dramatically increasing prices. Higher quality interiors, improved materials, refined driving dynamics, and sophisticated styling have allowed Mazda to compete with much more expensive vehicles. Future models will continue this premium evolution. Customers can expect improved cabin technology, larger infotainment displays, enhanced driver assistance features, quieter interiors, and more advanced safety systems. These upgrades help justify higher transaction prices while strengthening Mazda's brand image. Design remains another competitive advantage. Mazda's Kodo design philosophy has consistently produced some of the industry's most attractive vehicles. Rather than radically changing its styling direction, the company plans to refine its existing design language with cleaner surfaces, improved aerodynamics, and more distinctive lighting signatures. This evolution maintains brand identity while keeping vehicles fresh and modern. Environmental responsibility extends beyond vehicle emissions. Mazda is investing in cleaner manufacturing processes, increased recycling, lower carbon production methods, and more sustainable supply chains. These initiatives help reduce the environmental impact of vehicle production while meeting increasingly strict global regulations. The timing of Mazda's announcement couldn't be more interesting. Many automakers are reassessing aggressive EV timelines due to changing market conditions. Some companies have delayed projects, reduced production targets, or shifted investments toward hybrids. Mazda, meanwhile, appears perfectly positioned because its strategy already accounted for multiple possible market outcomes. Consumers ultimately stand to benefit the most. Rather than forcing buyers into a single technology, Mazda plans to offer multiple choices depending on regional infrastructure, customer preferences, and government regulations. Whether someone wants an efficient gasoline engine, a hybrid crossover, a plug-in hybrid SUV, or a fully electric vehicle, Mazda intends to have competitive options available. Dealers are also likely to welcome this strategy. Flexible product portfolios reduce inventory risks and allow retailers to adapt to local demand more effectively. Markets with strong EV adoption can emphasize electric models, while regions lacking charging infrastructure can continue selling hybrids and advanced gasoline vehicles. Competitors will undoubtedly watch Mazda's progress closely. While larger manufacturers possess greater financial resources, Mazda's disciplined engineering culture has repeatedly demonstrated that innovation isn't solely determined by company size. Smart investments, efficient development, and clear strategic focus can sometimes outperform massive spending. Ultimately, Mazda's latest announcement represents much more than a collection of new technologies. It reflects a philosophy centered on balance, adaptability, and intelligent engineering. Instead of chasing every trend, Mazda is building a future where combustion engines, hybrids, and electric vehicles coexist, giving consumers greater freedom while protecting the company's financial stability. If this strategy unfolds as planned, Mazda won't simply survive the automotive industry's biggest transformation in a century, it could emerge as one of its biggest winners. In a market filled with uncertainty, that combination of flexibility, innovation, and disciplined execution may prove to be one of the smartest moves any automaker has made.